Welcome, guys. How's everyone doing? Steve and Matt here. Hope you guys enjoy the podcast. Keep an open mind and remember, think about it. Today's podcast is brought to you by FMC Savvy, where dreams meet reality. Start your journey to financial freedom right now by visiting fmc-savvy.com.
Cool. So today we're going to be talking about procrastination, and then have you ever procrastinated, things like that. Is it a determining factor in success? Why do people procrastinate? And do you consider yourself to be a procrastinator? So right now I'm going to give it to Steven and let him kind of talk about it.
So right now I'm going to talk a little about procrastination. So I would say procrastination is based on urgency and how much you value something. I would put in my opinion. And I say I procrastinate mostly on things that I don't really care about in the most part. And also that inspiration is the opposite of procrastination, I feel like. So,
explain that.
Like inspiration moves you in the moment, and procrastination, when you set a goal for something, you procrastinate in between that goal, and that procrastination kind of stops you. So if you're inspired to do something, usually you do it immediately, right? Well, at least for me, I'll speak for myself.
Okay.
If I'm inspired to do something, I want to start it immediately.
Yeah, like when you want to start it, but for example, like let's say like you said you wanted to do something, but you can't do it immediately. Then you have to set a goal and hit stuff on the way to that goal. That's where procrastination kind of can seep in. Mm-hmm. So how?
But say if you wake up and you're inspired, you don't procrastinate.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm. And but it's also said that the most creative, you are the most creative. Like when you procrastinate, this is like say I have a due date for a project next week on Monday. Monday comes and or say Sunday comes, I haven't done anything. Procrastination, usually you don't have time to double check what you're doing, so you're most creative when you're just going off the top.
I've heard that. I think everybody's different, but I've definitely heard that. Yeah, I've definitely heard it.
I mean, of course, because I draw and stuff like that, so that's a really creative method. So you want to talk about it?
So for me, I think, so I wouldn't consider would you consider yourself to be a procrastinator?
I think everyone is. To an extent.
Yeah, to an extent, but no, there are procrastinators and there just aren't. Mm-hmm. There are some people that just procrastinate with everything.
Would you call someone who doesn't do anything procrastinator though?
No, that's just a bum.
Procrastinators has an end goal, doesn't it?
Yeah. No, so if you have no intention of doing anything with your life, then you're a bum. You're not a procrastinator.
Okay.
No, you're just a bum. But to me, a procrastinator is somebody that knows that they have an assignment due and wait until, like you said, it's due on Monday and wait until Sunday night to start it. Procrastination, a procrastinator to me is just somebody that doesn't plan, and which is a lot of people, and especially for men. A lot of men are unplanned. Women tend to not be procrastinators because they're more planned. They plan stuff out. Men will wait until the last minute and then just try to do everything on the fly, like freestyle everything. For some reason, men always think they can freestyle it and it's just gonna work out. Women are more. They tend to plan stuff out because they're more thinkers than most of the time. So I feel like a procrastinator doesn't always have to be somebody that's bad or not aligned with goals. They don't have to automatically be a bum, but it's just somebody that I would say isn't like somebody that's time oriented. Somebody that doesn't value time. And what I mean by value time is, for example, like the people. Let me use our example segment today. I took my car in to get
and this also ties in with the other topic before you
start.
Yeah,
I'm in professionalism. So we can even just wrap it in and just speak about everything. To me, procrastination in business is a form of unprofessionalism. You can see, it's one thing to procrastinate in your personal life, but it's another thing to procrastinate with other people's time and money. And I think that's where I have a problem with procrastination because I mean, you're saying you're most creative. So for example, let's say somebody gives you $500 to draw them a picture. You can't take the procrastination approach and then come back to them. Well, I was at my most creative, like when I waited to no, because then I have all right to slap the shit out of you. Like I paid you to give me a service, and then what people always talk about, like before anybody pays you to do something, the first question they're gonna ask you is, can you do it and how fast? Because those are the two most important things. No one wants to bring their car to a mechanic and come pick it up next year. It doesn't work like that. And now next year is only 15 days away, and I still don't want to pick my car up next year. So I damn sure don't want to pick it up next year if it's January. Exactly. So like, you get what I'm saying? Procrastinators are dangerous because they take it into every aspect of their life. It's one thing to procrastinate when it's your life, when it's like, just a school assignment and something basic. But what happens with procrastination is that it seeps into everything of your life, and that's why it's dangerous.
And
that's why I have a serious problem with like procrastination. And I'm a personal thing where I start stuff early. Like I am a big believer in holding like yourself and whatever, like you say. I use it in my personal life, even when it comes to women, like anything. And I'm just big, especially for men. I feel like if you say something, like you gotta stand on it, and like you should always just do what like you say you're gonna do, even if in the moment. Because most people who say stuff, they only say it in the moment,
Yeah,
and then like when they walk away, and then like when they're no longer hyped up, they're like,
that's what I'm saying.
That's
what I'm saying about inspired.
Yeah, but now you have to now be able to say, I need to stand on it.
Yeah,
and that's my biggest like belief, because you can't just be, well, I was inspired in the moment, because for example, I'll use like my example from earlier, like. I went in to get my car dynoed and then tuned, where it's supposed to make my car crazy fast. It was something I really wanted done. I go in and I speak to these people. Yesterday I asked them, can you do it? He said, 100% we can get it done. I said, are you sure? Because how my luck is. I always have a habit of going to people and then they mess up my stuff and then they hit me back and then they always quote me wrong times. I hate when people do that. So I asked them, are you sure you can do this? He said, yes, 100% you will. If you are here at 9 a.m., you will be picking up your car no later than 6 p.m., which gives him a whole day. This dude had my car from 9 a.m., waited until about 2 p.m. to hit me back and tell me that he's no longer sure if he can do it. Why are you no longer sure if you can do something
crazy, right?
that you do every day? That in itself is procrastination, which then leads into unprofessionalism. Because that's very unprofessional to quote somebody a price, because it wasn't about the price, but price goes along with time.
The time is even worse because
exactly the time you take up my time, which is my day. But again, this is the biggest thing for me. When you are not giving somebody a discounted price, you have to hit your time. Because now the time correlates with the price. If, for example, if somebody can sell you a car and get you out the door like the same day, tags, titles, everything same day, and then let you drive off the lot with your real tags, they have all right to charge you more because they saved you time and hassle. Time and hassle, people will pay for that. They pay for it. A lot of money. People pay a lot of money to save time and just the hassle of life. But now, if you now charge somebody that same hassle free type price, but then you put them through a hassle, now it's like, I deserve a discount,
right?
Because you're no longer that top notch service.
Did you tell them that?
Huh?
You told them that?
No, but that's a conversation that I'll have with them, because that's how I'm looking at them now. It's like, I deserve a discount because you're no longer that top notch service that I came here for. I was paying you top-notch prices. I know that I can get it somewhere done for $500, but I was willing to give you $1,500. Why? Because you're a top-notch service. You're supposed to be able to get it done in one day, get it done great, but you can't even do that. So now you're no longer top-notch. So why do you deserve top-notch money and top-notch prices?
And especially now, it's even bigger because you don't have that type of time.
Exactly. But now, the further along people get in their life and the more money people start making, a lot of the time, the less time they have until they become just financially free, period. But most people that make a lot of money really are not financially free. It looks good on TV, but most people have jobs. 90% of people in this world, or 99% of people have real jobs that they go to work. And then even the high-paid people, they work the most hours. Now, once you pass that threshold and then you retire, which very few people do, but the reality of it is 99% of people in this world have jobs. And the more money that they're making, the more hours like they work, and the more tight like their schedule are and less flexible they are. So now those people that make $300,000, $400,000 a year, those vice presidents are not able to just call off. They have to be at work because they're the brain of their company. They're the most important piece. They can't not be there. The janitor can call out, but they can't. So I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now those people are now at a point in their life where they don't have the money. Well, where now they have the money, but they don't have the time. It's very rare that people have money and time. That's like 0.1%. So it's very rare to have both. But some people have a lot of time and no money, or you have to substitute your time to get the money. Now, when people get money, all they want is to try to figure out, how can I get my time back? So now with these top-end companies that are out here charging people more money, people are assuming that you're going to save me time. Because anybody can do a service. My question is, how fast can you get it done, and what's going to be the quality? Quality and speed are the two most important things. So if I go to a car wash and you tell me it's going to take you an hour a minute to wash my car versus the people across the street that's going to do it in 15 minutes, and it's the same car wash, if you're no better than them, why would I ever in a million years come to you? If you take an hour, they do it in 15, and the work looks the exact same. It makes no sense, and I'll even tip them. Why? Because they got me out in 15 minutes. I'm not going to tip you because you held me up for a damn hour, and now I'm late to where I got to go. So that's why time and procrastination go hand in hand, and then also it's like my professionalism, and it's a big thing for me, and it irritates me because, one, I'm just unlucky. I always get stuck with this type of customer service. I've never really been somebody that always got great customer service. Some people are just lucky and they always do. I never do. I always get the worst customer. I'm always just unlucky. But it just shows that professionally, and it's something that I'm learning, and if I ever had a business, it's something I would focus on. That's why even when we have conversations, you might not think it's a big deal, but it seeps over into your own, outside of your personal life, and it seeps into like the way you handle everything. Because if somebody pays you money, you now have to realize, for example, if we want to do a clothing line.
Of course, of course, how you value things for procrastination, like I said.
No, but again, they value their work too, right? Because that's their name on the line. Every time you take a new customer, you're like your name is on the line. Because now I'm not gonna refer them to anyone, but also it's not just value. It's also understanding that you have to be self-aware and knowing, can I really do this in a day? Now, if, for example, if
I'm just probably more so talking about how procrastination affected me, like in school. That's probably the only basis of procrastination. Like, people
only think about procrastination when it comes to school, but for me, I don't care about school.
Yeah,
I've never thought about life.
That's the only form of procrastination that I would think of.
But that's the only form of procrastination that gets pushed, but it's the least important. School is the one that everybody talks about, but that's not the one that's important. What's important is those same habits that you develop in school when taking your math test or taking your reading test or algebra test now seeps over into your personal life.
Did you procrastinate in school?
No.
No?
No, honestly, not.
1%.
No, and I'm not gonna lie. I mean, honestly, like, either I wasn't gonna do it, because me again, not doing something is not procrastinating. Saying that you're gonna do it and waiting till the last minute, that's procrastinating. Teachers gave me work and I knew I just wasn't gonna do it. That's not procrastinating because I had no intention of doing it in the first place. I didn't say, okay, I'll get it done. I'm like, no, I'm not doing this shit. So I used to skip class. We used to be out meeting girls. To me, that's not procrastinating because I had no intention of doing it. Procrastinating is when you say you're gonna do it, make up your mind to do it, and then start making up reasons why you can't do what you just said you were gonna do. It's all about a self-awareness thing, at least in my personal opinion. It's not procrastinating if somebody tells me if you tell me to go run a mile, I'm not a procrastinator if I don't do it. That's not procrastinating because I had no intention of doing it. Now, I say I'm gonna do it, and then I don't do it. That to me is now a procrastinator, because you now lied to yourself, and you didn't do what you said you were gonna do, not what other people say you're gonna do. If you can't match the time that you quote, that is an issue. If I told them, oh no, I need it done in a day, then they're not procrastinators, right? Because that's just a time I came up with. But if I go to you and you say I can get it done in a day, Now you have to be held to that time frame because that's the time frame you set. And then if you know you can't make it, the very second you realize, pick up the phone, call the person, and say, "Hey, I apologize. We can no longer do this in a day." But don't wait until the end of the day to make the same phone call that you could have made.
When it's supposed to be done, you're making it to extend it.
That is procrastination.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. We're gonna cut it right there. So we just had a quick topic about procrastination makes for bad professionalism, and Matthew took the lead on this one because he had experienced a lot of this in these past couple months. So thanks for listening, and remember, guys, think about it.